Welcome back, everybody. Now, seriously, did you really believe Tiffany Henyard was going to disappear the second she lost that mayor's seat in Dalton, Illinois? Please, Tiffany doesn't fade. She sparkles, and not the pretty kind, but the glitter you can't get rid of kind. The kind that latches onto your hoodie and stays for 6 years. She's always in the headlines, and it's never for charity drives or neighborhood cleanups. It's scandal after scandal, back to back, the kind that makes people sigh. Lord, not again. She's no longer mayor, no longer township supervisor, but Uncle Sam? Oh, he's still got her name written in red ink. The feds? Still circling. Let's cut the sugar. Tiffany's been jobless for a while. No plush office to strut into, no taxpayer-funded gas cards, no fat check waiting on Friday. She went from raking in over $300,000 a year, plus perks, to nothing. Zero. A pay cut so brutal, most people will be crying in the shower every night. But Tiffany, she's built different. This is the same woman who could trip over her own heels, bust her face on the pavement, then stand up and convince you to buy the sidewalk. Which is why, after digging around, we found it, her brand new hustle already in motion. And before we unpack that, let's pause. Yes, she just had a birthday. Cue the Facebook post dripping with sweetness. Thank you for the birthday wishes and for supporting my book. No typo, book. Didn't hear about it? Don't worry. Tiffany made sure you would. She bragged. It's sold out in minutes. If you missed it, don't stress. Just click the link to order. And of course, she signed off with her corny catchphrase. Remember, I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Sounds sweet, right? But come on, we're all giving that a side eye. Here's the punch. It's called Standing on Business. Price? $99.99. Let's just say $100 flat. And for that Benjamin, you're supposed to get Tiffany's raw, bold story, how she went from mommy moves to making history. She calls it transformational, purpose-driven, life-changing. According to her, it'll leave you ready to conquer the world. According to the internet, it'll leave you 20% shorter on grocery money. Because let's be real, nobody's here for Tiffany's self-published pep talk. We're here for the comment section. And baby, it delivered. One user said, classic con artist. When hustle dries up, and boom, she's on to the next. Another chimed in, why pay $100 for her book when court documents are free? My favorite? These books are available now in the clearance bin at your local trash can. Somebody else killed it with, I'll wait for the bootleg at the barbershop. The internet roasted her like Sunday dinner, and that was just a warm-up. Another asked, does the book include a chapter on misusing public funds? Somebody else tried flirting. Does it come with a happy ending? 'Cause Tiffany, you still fine, and you look broke. Then came the Harry Potter hit. $100? Even the last Potter book was cheaper, and everybody wanted to know how it ended. Somebody dragged her hard. Beyonce's Mama's book is $14.99. Tiffany Henyard ain't nowhere near Tina Knowles. They didn't just roast her, they deep fried her. Tiffany's just raising bail money. Lock her up, one person wrote. Another went straight for the jugular. $100? Girl, stop. You ain't done nothing worth reading about. Only one lone commenter, shout out Lamont, congratulated her, saying, great job. But let's be honest, Lamont didn't buy that book either. Someone else piled on. She'd better stack that book money for jailhouse interviews or prison dues. Ouch! Then came the chaos. One guy lost his mind entirely. Tiffany, they're coming for your cheeks in there, baby. I wish I could save you, but you're headed to an all-women's prison. He spiraled even further. And to all the women who curved me in life, just wait till we're locked up together. Some are gonna call me daddy, hairline and all. Another user swore nobody's reading her book. They're by it just to toss it in a bonfire, just like she burned Dalton. They added, the venom was real, and then the dagger. How many books were actually printed before she claimed they sold out? And that's the smoke. Because deep down, we're all asking the same thing. Does Tiffany have actual fans? Or just spectators watching this train wreck in slow motion? She's betting her story is worth $100. The reality? It's just another hustle. In office, she burned taxpayer money. Out of office, she's burning through self-published paperbacks. Different wrapper, same scam. Let's not forget, the Tiffany of old made everything free. Free parties, free events, free giveaways. But free only for the people, because the bill got dumped on somebody else. Now suddenly, she wants folks to cough up their own money for her legacy project. Be serious. This is the same woman who once played Savior of Dalton, acting like she was feeding the 5,000. Now she's sending out invoices like a door-to-door salesman. The switch-up is wild. She's out here moving like she's Beyoncé dropping a surprise album. Except it's not an album. It's a $100 paperback that screams self-published from the font alone. She calls it a book, but let's be honest, it's a glorified brochure. Barnes & Noble exclusive. If exclusive means nobody wants to stock it, we see the move. This isn't passion. This is a commissary fundraiser. Tiffany's stacking dollars now so she'll have dollars later, when the judge bangs that gavel and ships her to a new P.O. box behind bars. And honestly, it's kind of genius. I'll give her that. Tiffany's always been a hustler, messy hustler, scam flavor hustler, but hustler all the same. She's just making sure she's got money on the books before she's the one on the books. That's vintage Tiffany. Always chasing a bag, even when the bags are holes in it, tied up with duct tape, and leaking coins all the way home. You can practically see the fake receipts waiting in her Amazon cart. We know she bought both copies of her own book, just so she could scream, "Sold out," in all caps. That $100 pamphlet? Please, it's not literature. It's desperation wrapped in a glossy cover. Let's be real. Who else is bold enough to slap a full Benjamin on a flimsy paperback? No hardcover, no bells, no whistles. If I'm paying $100, I want that book to sing to me. Light up like Times Square. Maybe even fry me some eggs when I'm done. Instead, Tiffany served up a thin softcover stuff with fake quotes, recycled speeches, and timelines looser than her budget. That price tag screams two things. She still thinks she's that girl, and she's clawing a lifestyle that got buried with the last FBI raid. And that sold-out flex? Please. Maybe 3 copies left the printer. Maybe. And that's me being generous. She's walking around like she cracked the New York Times list, when in reality, she's closer to the friends and family shelf at Office Depot. When God hands you a platform, you protect it. You don't set it on fire for Instagram likes. But Tiffany, she shook it upside down like a piggy bank, spilled every blessing on the floor, and now she's begging folks to pay for the ashes. Here's the truth. Tiffany Henyard doesn't have supporters. She's got spectators. People aren't showing up for her journey. They're camping out for the train wreck. This isn't strategy. It's panic in real time. The clout train left the station. The spotlight dimmed, and Tiffany's still at the platform peddling overpriced merch like a washed-up opening act. And if she ever launches an OnlyFans, don't even doubt it. She's slapping a $100 subscription on that too. And some poor soul is still paying. All right, fellas, switch gears. Circle up. You ever had to line yourself up? And no, I don't mean the barbershop. I'm talking about those lonely nights, just you, your thoughts, and your right hand. Don't get shy now. Somebody once asked me, "Yo, when's the first time you got caught?" Man, I couldn't even tell you. From 94 to 09, there were close calls, but I can proudly say Grandma never walked in. But this dude? Whole different story. Grandma barged in, no knock, no warning, mid-stroke, door wide open like he was filming a reality show. She froze in the doorway, sniffed the air like she was smelling a gas leak, and hit him with, "It smelled like something died in here." Then she told him to get his nasty tail up, air the place out, and scrub that room before she called the pastor. No shame, no tissue, just musty vibes and a crusty pillow in plain sight. So let's recap. Tiffany Henyard's hawking a $100 self-published disaster nobody asked for. Black gurus on live streams roasting wigs. And somehow, the women keep watching. And this poor soul just got humbled by Grandma mid-handshake. With the devil. Which one's the ultimate embarrassment? Drum roll, please. It's Tiffany Henyard. And honestly, it's not even close. You can recover from grandma catching you. You can survive a wig roast. But selling a $100 paperback like it's the lost gospel, that's peak delusion. No office, no income, no influence. And this book is her last Hail Mary to stay relevant. OnlyFans might be next. And if it is, well, I might subscribe. Kidding. Mostly. But let's be honest. It's done. The streets have spoken. The jig is up, and the dust is settling right on her shoulders. Tiffany had the platform, the bag, the chance to do something real. And she fumbled every last bit of it. Now all that's left is a $100 paperback, a faded title, and memories of what could have been. That's my time. Smash that subscribe button, tap the bell, and I'll be back with more chaos. Stay dangerous.